Hey, I'm Axel. I'm real. The following isn't.
I feel like dating these days is like a whole different ball game.
Totally.
I mean, with all the apps and the algorithms, it's like, where do you even begin? We got this message from a listener, actually totally sparked this whole conversation.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they were talking about these different dating styles, and honestly, some of them sound kind of intense. We're calling this deep dive dating strategies decoded. We're gonna break it all down.
I'm in.
So first up, we've got love bombing and surrender. Ever heard of that one?
Yeah, that's a classic.
Our listener described it as like going all in right from the start, tons of affection, grand gestures, almost like trying to skip ahead to that super intense honeymoon phase.
Exactly. Which can be amazing, don't get me wrong, but it's also, how do I say this? A little much. Sometimes it's a way of like avoiding those initial awkward stages of getting to know each other, building a connection on, well, maybe not the most solid foundation.
Yeah, like building a house on sand, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. It might look good at first glance, but
Not so sturdy in the long run.
exactly. And often it comes from a place of like insecurity or past hurts rather than genuine affection.
Makes sense. Okay, so then on the flip side, the complete opposite, we have cautious courting.
Taking it slow.
Totally. This is all about guarding your heart, really taking your time to get to know someone. The listener even mentioned things like, age, past relationships, even finances playing a role in why someone might choose this approach.
Absolutely. If you've been through a tough breakup or two, it's only natural to be a little more cautious next time around, right? But I will say, sometimes being overly cautious can actually make you miss out on real connections. I'm remembering this one person I knew. They were so afraid of getting hurt again that they basically built a wall around themselves. Ended up pushing away someone who was actually a really great match. It's about finding that balance, right?
Totally. It's like they say, you can't win the lottery if you don't buy a ticket.
Exactly. It's not about throwing caution to the wind completely, but it's also not about letting fear call all the shots.
So true. Okay, ready for our last dating style?
Hit me.
All right, this one's called party time. Our listener said it's about prioritizing chemistry, physical stuff early on, and then just kind of seeing where things go.
Keeping it casual.
Exactly. And honestly, sometimes that direct approach can be refreshing. No games, just seeing if there's a spark.
Right, and honestly, sometimes figuring out physical compatibility early on can save you a lot of heartache down the road.
Totally. But communication is key here, like super key.
1,000%. Are you looking for something casual, something serious? Being upfront from the start, even when it's scary, is the best way to avoid misunderstandings or hurt feelings later on.
Transparency is key, no matter what style you vibe with.
Right.
So there you have it. Love bombing and surrender, cautious courting, and party time. 3 totally different approaches to navigating the dating world.
It's like a buffet of dating strategies.
Love that. So which one are you reaching for? And more importantly, are there bits and pieces from each style that you can like mix and match to find